So welcome to the Tbx Forex channel, and in today's video we are going to be looking at our analysis for the week. So if you're joining us for the first time, we'd like you to hit that like button and subscribe. We'd also like you to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos upon uploads. Now let's jump into the video. So just as I've said before the intro, we're going to be talking about this week's analysis. Before we jump into this week's analysis, let's check out a preview about the analysis we took last week, and let's see how the market has responded to the analysis we took last week. So the analysis we took last week, we did some analysis on 5 pairs, I think. The AUDCAD, EURJPY, the CADJPY, the EURGBP, and the GBPJPY. Yes. So let me just drop a screenshot of the analysis we took last week. So last week we talked about, let me drop a screenshot. Okay, as you can see, we talked about this is the first one, the AUDCAD. Then we talked about the AUDJPY. Then we talked about this CADJPY. Then we also talked about the GBP, the EURGBP. Then we talked about the GBPJPY. So these are just screenshots of how the price was before this week happened. So let's just see what happened after we talked about the analysis. Now let's jump into the first one, which is AUDCAD. And as you can see, AUDCAD didn't actually do exactly what we said it was going to do. And I think it is because of recently the Russia and Ukraine war problems and the likes has actually affected the forex market. So, but the fact is that anytime you plan or anytime you analyze in the forex market, you should always prepare for whatever the market is going to do. As you can see, it is not really outside our possible outcomes, but it wasn't part of what we said was going to happen, because last week we talked about how AUDCAD was going to come into this zone, then continue its uptrend, because AUDCAD was in an uptrend at the moment. So as you can see, instead of AUDCAD doing something like that, AUDCAD actually broke the trend to begin a downtrend. So this is no longer an uptrend. So AUDCAD broke the trend to begin a downtrend after breaking this low right here. And as you can see, if you don't understand the trend according to structure, as you can see, the price is trading below the 50 EMA. So you can also regard to that as a downtrend. So we didn't take any trade on the AUDCAD actually. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the AUDJPY. Now the AUDJPY is actually it actually did what we said it was going to do, and it's still looking like it's going to continue. And the AUDCAD, we said we were expecting price to get into this zone, then buying to this high right here. As you can see, price got into the zone and bought to this high right here. It even broke this previous high, and this is a retracement. So there's still a possibility that of new highs to come. And since AUDCAD is a positive correlation to AUDJPY, so that means that there's still a tendency that the price might still fall into this zone, as in the price might still do something like this, and forming a deep pullback. I don't know if you can see this clearly. The price might still do something like this, forming a deep pullback, then buying to the top. So whatever the price do, we're just gonna wait to be prepared for the price. But most likely, I think I'll still be expecting the price to reverse to the upside from here, because the price is retesting the 50 EMA. As you can see, it's also retesting the structure right here. I don't know if you can see it's also retesting the structure right here, and the price is in an uptrend, and this is an engulfing candle. So many factors are coming together right here to give you reasons to buy. So, but that's not what we're talking about now. We're going to talk about that later. So we're still talking about the previous week's analysis. So the next paper we're going to be checking out is the CADJPY. Now the CADJPY. I don't know what's wrong with the network. Now the CADJPY. And the CADJPY, we actually banked a lot out of the CADJPY. So we entered right about here, I think we entered right about here. And we took our profits right about here. So something like this. I don't know why I think I cleared the shots yesterday. So I'm very, very sorry for that. So we entered right about here and we took our profits around here. So this was how our CADJPY went. So the next one we're going to be checking out is the EURGBP. The EU. Oh, and I'm very, very sorry. I don't think I have any proof of entry and exit. Maybe in the next video, I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to be taking screenshots the moment I place the trade and screenshot the moment I leave the trade, just to show you guys extra confirmation that we are legit and I'm not trying to scam you guys. So we're going to be looking at the EURGBP. The EURGBP. Now in the EURGBP, we talked about this analysis twice. We talked about this analysis when we did a video about how to use the Fibonacci indicator, and we also talked about the EURGBP during the last week's analysis. So we talked about this twice, and I don't know if you guys checked out our analysis or checked out our video on how to use the Fibonacci retracement. I told you guys then that the minus 27% of the Fibonacci retracement always gets it at least about 70 to 80% of the time. The minus 27% of the Fibonacci retracement always gets it. Why the minus 6 to 1 sometimes gets it and sometimes doesn't. So as you can see, we bank in our profit here for about a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, which is actually very, very nice. And the last thing we're going to be looking at is the GBPJPY. The GBPJPY. Now this pair, we said we're going to be looking for sales to this downside after price got into the zone. But I don't know if you noticed, but when price got into the zone, price didn't retest this previous high. Let's say price retested this previous high and gave me this red candle, I would have sold and I might have even end up losing money. But what price did was that price broke this line. As you can see, if you check out this golden line here, was the highest high of this top here right here. So I was actually expecting the double tops as my entry reason to sell to the downside. But later last week, there was a news that came out saying maybe the Russia president was going to have an agreement with the European I don't know, I don't really know that, but I don't really know much about fundamentals, but I think that was what changed the movement of this pair from pouring down to, at least I think most of the pairs that were pouring out or that were having downpours are starting to change trend. So so personally, I think I won't be looking for sell trades anymore. Instead, I'll be looking for buy trades on the GBPJPY. So that was all for the preview of the previous week's analysis. So let's jump into this week's analysis. So the first pair we're going to be checking out is going to be the AUDCAD, just like the previous week. And in the AUDCAD now, since the market has shown us a different thing entirely, we are going to be looking for something different entirely. Now, since the price changed from an uptrend to a downtrend, at least in the forward time frame, then we are going to be looking for sell trades now instead of buys. Now, if you don't know how we're going to draw our support and resistance zone, I would like you to go and check our video on support and resistance. Now, if you look at this, the price has already got into this zone. So to me, this zone is going to be automatically invalid. I won't be expecting to trade to this zone anymore. So my next support zone, as in I'm trying to draw a zone in which I'm going to be planning to trade to. As this is where I'm going to be taking my take profit from. Now, if you look at this carefully, this huge red candle is actually a very dope entry reason, but the candle is just too long. So this is just too long, and I can't. This is it's not even up to a one-to-one risk to reward ratio. So what I'll be expecting, or what I'll be waiting for in the AUD card is for the price to retest or move in a little bit before I sell to the downside, or I'll just jump to the 1 hour time frame. Then when I get to the 1 hour time frame, this is going to obviously be minor zone, another minor trading zone. So I could just easily do something like this and draw a zone right here. So I'll just be waiting for a 1, 2, 3 trend reversal move or trend continuation move on the AUD card 1 hour time frame. Then I'll be waiting for something like this to happen. So once I've gotten a retest into this minor zone, then I'll be waiting for a most likely I'll be waiting for um a candlestick a candlestick instead of a chart, a price action pattern. So what I'm trying to say is that instead of waiting for a double tops here, most likely I'll be waiting for an engulfing candle or a doji. But the fact is that the candle has to be red. It has to show me bearish pressure no matter what. Even though it isn't red, it has to show me a very strong bearish period, something like this. And that's to be followed by a red candle, obviously. So this is what I'm going to be waiting for on the AED card throughout this week. So on the next paper we're going to be checking out is the AUDCHF. Now, in the AUDCHF 1 hour time frame, as you can see, this is still in an uptrend. Price didn't break this. This is just a deep pullback. Now, what gave me confirmation, a lot of confirmation that this is still in an uptrend was the daily time frame. As you can see, your price is still trading in an uptrend. The only problem is that the price might end up testing this zone before it continues the uptrend instead of testing this zone. So we have to be very, very patient before placing our trades. So, or if you want to place your trade, like I'm the kind of person that actually loves placing trades a lot. So most times I want to place trades, I usually risk about 0.5% of my account sometimes. But when I want to place trades that I'm very sure of, I risk about 1 to 2% of my account in those trades. So let's continue. So since according to the daily time frame, we are still in the deal, we are still in an uptrend, and I'll be looking for uptrends. I'll be looking for buy trades. Sorry. Now, if you look at this carefully, is the price trading above the 50 EMA? Yes. I know you might look at this, but the price is still currently above the 50 EMA. Although we are seeing a lot of bearish pressure right here, but the price is still currently above the 50 EMA. And normally, if you understand structure, you understand that this is still an uptrend because this lowest low of the previous pullback hasn't been broken. So until this low is broken, not by a week like this, but by the body of a candle, until this low is broken, then we're going to start looking for sell trades. So to me, this is just a deep pullback. So I think I might be waiting for either a double bottoms reversal pattern, or I'll just jump to the 1 hour time frame and look for a better entry reason right here. So I think I'll be waiting for a reason to. I'm waiting for an entry candle right here, and as you can see, this is actually going to continue bullish. I'm just looking at it now and I'm seeing an head and shoulders pattern. I don't know if you have spotted it. It's an head and shoulders pattern, an inverted head and shoulders pattern, neckline. Then broke, then there is a retest of the neckline. So I'll be looking for possible sell trades, also a possible buy trades anytime soon to the upside. That's it for the AUDCHF. Now, the next one I'm going to be looking at is the AUDJPY. I know I've already talked about too many AUDs, but the AUDJPY is one of the pairs I was talking about last week. There's nothing much I want to say about it. I just want to talk. We're still going to follow our last week's analysis. That is, I'll still be expecting price to get into this zone, and I'll be looking for possible buy trades to this zone right here. As you can see, I'll still be expecting price. Sorry, let me just do. I'll still be expecting price to get into the zone, then to give me a possible reason to buy to the upside, or as you can see that since the price is still an uptrend, this is also an acceptable zone. I drew this area in the video. So this is also an acceptable zone for me to buy from. So once I see some reasons to buy from this zone, reasons I'm not going to talk about yet in this video, but when I see some reasons to make me to buy from this zone, and I spoke about a few of them, price is in an uptrend. This is a dope some candle, an engulfing candle, and price is still I said price is trading above the 50 EMA. So that's three confluences already for me to place this trade. But I don't think I'll be placing the trade for some certain reasons. But very, very soon, I think I'll buy at this very point to the upside. So that's it for AUDJPY. So the next we're going to be checking out is our CHF So at the beginning of this video, I said I did analysis on CADJPY. That was actually a mistake. The analysis was actually done on CHF not CADJPY. So this was where we entered the trade right about here. I think I entered it right about here. Then it went down to this place. So then we took our profits right about here. So we banking about 1.99, I think two. Actually, we want to risk 1 to 2 risk to reward. If I throw this to the golden, yeah, so that's about 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So what I be expecting from the CHFBPY, as you can see, the CHFBPY has been ranging for a while, so we're still going to continue the buy low, sell high stuff. And as you can see, this is a double tops. This is double tops. And when we are looking at ranging markets, we don't really care about the moving average. Moving average is kind of irrelevant in a ranging market. So what I'll be expecting from price now is to either give me a doji, sorry, an inverted hammer or an engulfing candle. So when I see any of those, I'll be selling down to this. So in this kind of trade, trading a range is taking a very big risk because you have no assurance, you have no assurance that the range is not going to break out. I hope you get what I'm saying. So anytime you are trading something like trading a range, it's actually like it's not really an advice, it's just like something I would like to say. So if you want to take note of it, then you can. If you don't, it's actually your choice. But personally, when I trade ranges in the forex market, I actually risk very, very little of my account, like 0.5% of my account by that trade. And the reason being is that you can't predict that this range is going to be over from here. Although most times JPYPS range a lot, but you still can't predict that this range is not going to break from here. At least this price broke the previous high and it broke this high. So although this looks like a false breakout, but you can't really tell until when the price has actually moved. So ranging market is not something that you can actually really predict, and because of that, I don't think I'll be risking 2% of my account on a trade I can't really predict. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying. So the next paper I'm gonna be checking out is the I think this should be the last pair. That should be the GBP. Yeah, the EURGBP. Sorry, the EURGBP. Now, all I'll be looking for in the EURGBP, as you can see, the EURGBP is still currently in a downtrend. At least in the daily time frame, the EURGBP is in a downtrend because this high hasn't been broken yet. As you can, let me draw it out for you guys. This is higher low, lower high, sorry, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then the previous lower high hasn't been broken yet. You can I only call to me a structure is broken when the highest high or the lowest low, the previous high or the previous low is broken by the body of a candle and not the wick. I don't think I'm going to talk about that much in this video. By the time in our video when we talk about structures, we're going to make a video very soon. We're going to talk about structures. So in that kind of video, we're going to explain what structures really are. Now, if you look at this carefully, this eye hasn't been broken yet. So it hasn't been broke yet. So that's only been broken by weeks, and we don't really call that a breakout structure. So because of this is still merely a deep pullback. and the downtrend might still continue. But if you jump down to the 4 hour time frame, you're going to see something a little bit different. If you jump down to the 4 hour time frame, and let me pull out my indicator, you see that the price looks like it has broken this the previous high right here, and looks like it's going to continue an uptrend. So because of this time frame, I think I'll be looking for a buy. And I'll be looking for a buy up to this zone right here. That is, I'm going to 4 hour time frame. Jump down to the another 1 hour 15 minutes time frame. I'm waiting for price to get into this zone. And if I can get a double bottoms, then I'll be looking for a buy up to this zone. That's about a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So that's it for this week. That's it about for the analysis for this week. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe. If you have any issues with the video and you want us to correct some certain things about the way we do our videos, or you want to suggest on what we can do to change some things about this video, we'd like anything you guys can just leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you want, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, tell me, tell me, tell me.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the